Hey everybody, what's going on? Dr. Jeff Langmaid here with Dr. Jason Deitch, and you're watching Smart Tools in 10, where we take about 10 minutes and go through some of the marketing tools that you can and should be utilizing to get your message out in your community, to activate patients, and to ultimately keep those gears turning in a positive direction, as we say, in a way that you can be proud of. And today we're going to talk about your weekly research that matters emails. This is built for you in Chiro emails. We're going to talk cadence, a little bit of subject line, body copy, call to action. I'm going to invite you to comment down below with any questions that you have, because I know email is one of those tools that we get a lot of questions. But we're going to break it down, showcase some, look behind the scenes. Jason, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Happy today. It's good to be here, and always great to just share these new tools with you. Jeff and I sort of feel like we're in this toy store with kids, and we're like, hey, let's show them all the new toys we're making and all the stuff we got. We assume you appreciate knowing what toys you have that you've purchased that are ready, willing, and able to get to work for you. And today's topic really is a critical one. I'm going to bring it up as a critical one because email is not the thing that most people think is the shiny, cool new thing, because it's been around for so long. However, when people ask the question, when we work with some of our private clients and some of the groups we consult with, when the question comes up of, okay, out of all the different things I can and should be doing, what will be the easiest thing to do that will get me the quickest return on the lowest investment possible? Okay? Best results, fastest, cheapest. Bottom line, email really is the answer. And I'm going to say that with one caveat. That is assuming that you just did not start practice this week, but that you actually have an email list of patients and clients and people you've been in touch with over the years. That my statement simply doesn't apply if you're starting from scratch with 0 people on your email list. Assuming you have an email list of people that you have connected with at some point in the past and probably have done a very poor job staying in touch with via email, then this is the just sort of power tool for you to be able to, as I said, don't mean to be repetitive, but it is the number one thing most of you are asking for. Best results, fastest time, least investment. Jeff, let's talk about it.
You said it. I mean, email is it is the way you need to be communicating in your practice. It doesn't mean it's the only way, but it has to be one of those core cables, as Jason describes. It is a core piece of how you can control the communication. You have the platform, right? So the great thing about social is that it enables you to get to a lot of different people. The challenge with social is that you're on their turf, right? So it's not a bad thing. It's just the way it is. But with email, one of the really great things is that you can connect directly with your patients. So let's get technical right now. I shared a screen here so you can see inside of what's going out for all members of the Smart Chiropractor this week. This is what's going out for you if you're already signed up and ready to go. There's a couple of different aspects of this. Cadence is number one. I want to talk about that really quickly. We found that a weekly email. So we have a new patient onboarding sequence, different video, a success blast, different video. But for your sort of drip sequence, as they call it, for your long-term nurture sequence is another way marketing people may describe this, is one time a week as a cadence of consistency and consistently touching, teaching, and inviting your patients through email is a great cadence one time per week. You don't need to do 20 times a day, and you definitely shouldn't do once a year, right? So cadence is one time a week. Second aspect of this is that you'll notice at the top, nice big logo. This is Evidence-Based Chiropractor. We sort of have this as my play box, my test account here. This would be where your logo is once you set up your email preferences. So your logo automatically ports in there if you're a member of Smart Chiropractor and Chiro emails. The next bit here is, I'm just going to scroll down. I'm not going to read through everything. But what you'll notice is that we have nice, bold iconography, right? So the text is nice and big. It's clear. It's directed. It doesn't look like a mess. So sometimes I get things from chiropractors might not be, the best design people sometimes. And we've all seen email news like, oh my gosh, you can barely read it, etc. So keep an eye on that stuff because it really matters. So we've designed this in a way that the body copy, the middle, right, is really easy to read. What's the bottom line? Why does it matter? There's a nice headline, postural stress, the link between tech neck and neck pain. It just reads fluidly and seamlessly. And then as we get down towards the bottom, you'll notice that there's the follow us that'll link to your Facebook page directly, or there's a book or schedule now button. So we've actually updated that copy a little bit now to be follow us on Facebook and schedule an appointment now. But you can see right there are bold calls to action. And there's not 27 of them. If there's 27, the patient, your receiver, will never be able to make a decision. What do you want me to do? But when you have a couple, we recommend under 3. 2 is very powerful. It gives them an opportunity to click. And it has my smiling face right there, which it would have yours based upon your picture. So putting it all together, cadence of 1 time a week, a nice, strong, inquisitive subject line, clear body copy, and a very directed call to action is sort of a format where you want to conceptually think about how you put together email. It's how we do it and how we've been so successful activating for our members 3, 4, 5 patients each and every week within Chiro Emails and the Smart Chiropractor. But if you're doing this yourself, these are all things you're going to want to keep a keen eye on. Jason, talk about teach and invite philosophy, how it applies to email and how docs should think about that. Because I know cadence, am I sending too little or too much, is a big point of contention. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of different components here. This is why you're smart for being a part of the smart. The reality is everything matters. What I mean by that is everything from, you mentioned cadence. How frequently are you sending out emails? Are the subject lines the appropriate subject lines? Are what you're saying, A, is it the right thing to say? And B, is it displayed graphically in a way that people are actually going to read it and consume it? And does it do what you want it to do? Does it teach them something of value to them? And does it invite them to take a next step? These are the formula. This is the blueprint. It's like if we have, the perfect practice, and here's the blueprint on how to do it, you still got to build it. You still got to get the tools you need. This is the structure. This is the map on how to get there. This is, of course, you also using GPS so that it gets you there because it knows how to get there. So understanding just all of these nuances matter. We test these things. We study these things. We look at what works. Jeff, one of the things, I think it was last week, one of our new clients who had basically started enthusiastically sharing that he shared this with his email list, and only a small portion of his email list. And I love what he said, and I can see it myself. He could see as the email went out, literally in real time, how people would be reading it and then responding and starting to book appointments. I don't remember the exact numbers. I don't want to exaggerate or anything like that, so I won't even get into it. But it is one of those things, you can send out several hundred emails to your current and inactive clients, patients, members, and watch them take action. Oh, yeah, I got to get back on the books. Oh, yeah, I got to do that. Now, bonus, if you go into the vault, in the vault, we've created some bonus material. If you want to get more people reading your research that matters, if you want to get more people sharing your research that matters, which means more engagement, which means the more people you reach, the more people you can invite. That's the formula. That's the model. The bigger your network, the greater potential for your net worth. That's what you've got to play with. That's keeping your eye on the ball. People can I teach and invite today? That's the attitude and energy. The more people you can teach, the more people you can invite. The more people you can invite, the more people that are going to end up in your practice. If you've taught them something, that explains to them why taking a next step with you is of value and benefit to their life. Does everybody sign up? No, they don't. Does everybody read the email? No, they don't. Do enough people read the email and sign up or schedule? Yes, they do. These are what they think they call the base hits. This is not going to get people, in the stands going crazy for the Grand Slam. It's the base hits. It's the I'm getting on base and I will score because I'm on base. You can't score if you don't get on base, okay? This is getting your information, staying top of mind, keeping people informed, inspired. Listen, people make the decisions they want to make on their timeline, not not yours. So when it's time for them to want to come back to your practice for whatever their reasons are, it'll be a combination of two factors. One, how they're feeling, and two, what you've taught them about when they should be getting back on your schedule, when they should be activating and staying consistent and congruent with care. So those are the two factors. If you don't do your job, then the only factor they're going to be able to determine is based on how they feel. Now, I don't know if that's the kind of one. It's just people who wait till it hurts about $50 worth and then come in to see you at that point until it hurts about $50 worth again. That's an option. We don't recommend it. I hope you're not doing it that way. Why should that? So you use the tools. It's automated for you. Sorry, but you're in an excuseless environment. This is all done for you. You just got to take a couple steps. Make sure your email list is uploaded. Make sure you're doing it right. You've set everything up. And then it is set it and forget it. This is one of those power tools you just got to get in there and get going with.
You said it. Bottom line is this is a high ROI type thing, right? When you get out to your list, when you're touching them consistently, when you're inviting them to connect with you and your office and your practice, that is a recipe for success. But sending a newsletter one time every quarter and one time a year ain't gonna cut it, as we've talked about a few times. So get out there weekly, utilize weekly research that matters. Chiro Emails is built into the Smart Chiropractor, so we build all of this content for you. It goes out, set it and forget it style to your list, whether that list is 200 or 2,000 people. It is set it and forget it. We make it super, super easy. And as your list grows, you can expect to have consistent and predictable patient activations off of your list. That's the way it should be built. And I just showed behind the scenes some of those promotional graphics that we can utilize as well, that you can utilize to get up onto your Facebook page, Instagram, wherever you want to put it. So all of these things play together. That's how you get best results. Any questions that you have on this whatsoever, we're over our 10 minutes. So I'm about to cut it right now. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Be sure to get your Chiro Emails preferences set up so we can get those emails out for you. Super, super important. We want to help you succeed in practice, and we know Chiro Emails is an essential component of that within the Smart Chiropractor. Be sure to do it. If you have questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.